Okay, this pressure washer has been good to me. Never had any major problems out of it. I did some maintenance on it. Actually just kind of fixed it up a little bit and just cleaned it up a little bit. Here, this little plastic piece, it came off. What I did, I just drilled some holes in the back of this, and I used zip ties to keep it on. Now I can attach my wand and my trigger back onto it. Back here, they had these little cheap little tabs here. These little cheap little tabs, and this actually held the frame up. It held this part. It held this part straight. And what happened was, over me taking it in and out of my truck, setting it down, it eventually broke, and all of this was laying on the ground. Even these inlet and outlet lines and hoses and stuff was sitting on the ground, like it's this low to the ground. So and sometimes it wouldn't start because once the oil fluid dropped and then it's slanted like this, the oil moved to one side of the engine, and it would cause it not to crank. Now I don't know if this thing has a I don't know what you call it, but if the oil is low, it won't start. So sometimes that will cause the oil to read low, and it wouldn't start. And I think that's what was causing my problems. So what I did was I just got me some screws. I drilled some holes, and I put some screws in there to bring it back up and keep it level. And it also caused my tires to bow in. My tires were slanted in like this. So what I did was I just got me some washers and to fill up the gap so they won't bow in. They still bow in slightly, but it's a whole lot better than what they were. So I will be getting another pressure washer very soon and use this one as a backup, but this one still works great. And I think I probably added maybe another year or two onto its life, or it may last longer than that, I'm not sure. But they don't build these Craftsmans like they used to. You guys can see this, but my yard is starting to green up. I'm starting to see strands of Bermuda coming through this dormant grass. And that is a little unusual for January, but January has been unusual because for the past 2 weeks, we have had 60 to 70 degree weather. You can see I have a few weeds popping up. Now I sprayed my yard in December, but here's the thing. From this manhole cover, all this section here, I can't get with my hose. And I have my hose hooked up to a garden sprayer when I spray my herbicides and stuff, and I couldn't get this area. So you're gonna see some weeds in this area. That's why they're over here, and you don't see really none at all on this side of the yard. So I'm just gonna get another hose to add to my hose that I already got, so it can extend it out further and spray that. I don't know when I'm gonna get the hose and do that part. It'll be the next few days. So to get that taken care of, so I won't have a big weed problem this year. I've been trying to stay on top of things, but today I'm going to work on my equipment. I'm gonna go to the storage unit, pick up my lawnmower. I have a few issues with it. running this thing pretty hard last few months, doing a lot of leaf mulching jobs and everything, and going in wet grass, getting a little muddy. And I'm gonna spray it off, right here around the transmission and everything. I need to spray all that off and get that off of there. Also, I got some slack in my transmission belt, so it's not driving like it should. It's not pulling like it's supposed to, so I'm gonna tighten that up, and then I'm gonna oil it. When I first got this mower, I didn't know that you had to oil these fittings here. I didn't know that. That was about maybe 4 years ago. I didn't know that. And I took it to a dealer, and he was like, do you ever oil this thing? And I'm like, yeah, I put oil in it. No, not in the engine. These fittings, everywhere where you see these fittings, you have to put oil there. So I was like, oh, I didn't know that. Grease, actually. So I got me a grease gun, and I'm going to clean all this off and grease everything so everything can be running right. And this thing has so many places where you put grease. It's here, you put grease there on this one. Even the tires here. Let me see if I can find it. How many times I got it? It's probably on the other side. Here it is. Right here. You have to grease this right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right there. Right there. You have to grease that. These tires as well. Both back tires, you have to grease that. Here, you have to grease here. And right here where all this dirt is. Right here where all this dirt is, it's a fitting here that you have to grease. It's somewhere in there. Once I get that dirt off right here, you can move the hole over to that point and you can grease that part too. Even on my sulky, that and the tires on the sulky, you have to grease that as well. So let me get to it. All right, I'll just check it for if I missed any spots, but I don't think I did. I got all the major spots that I wanted to. It's some more. It's gonna get dirty. It's still good to spray it off, every so often. But I mainly want to spray it off so I can get to all my fittings. I even forgot that we have a fitting here for, you got to put grease there. So you want to be able to get to your fittings when you want to grease it. You don't want to be mixing dirt with the grease. But it's all cleaned up. I'm satisfied with it. I'm gonna go ahead and grease it.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
It was just sunny out. It looked like it's about to rain, so I'm gonna move on into the garage.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing I have is the transmission belt, and I hope y'all can see that. This right here, not this big pulley, but that smaller pulley right there in the middle. It can be adjusted, and sometimes when you're using it often, it gets loose, and then you notice that it's not pulling properly like it's supposed to, especially when you try to take a heel. This is the top part of it. This is the top part of it right here. Okay, so what you do is you just loosen that bolt just enough at the bottom, though. You have to loosen it from the bottom. Loosen it up just enough. Get you a hammer and a crowbar, something that you can lean up against here, and you can just tap it over till it won't go any further. Then you just tighten it down. It's just that simple. So all you're doing is just tighten your belt so it can because if it has slack in it, it's not going to perform like it should. All right, there it is. Let's get a 14 though. Wow. I mean, it was just beautiful just a minute ago, and now it's raining cats and dogs. Okay, now I've loosened the bolt at the bottom, and my goal here is I'm trying to tap this over till it gets tight. Now the thing is that you do not want to, when you loosen that bolt at the bottom, you do not want to loosen it up all the way. You just want to loosen up just enough where you can slide it over. So I got this big old monkey wrench and a rubber mallet. And that's what I got. I don't have anything else that'll go in there that's long enough that'll go in there, so I gotta use what I got. So work with what you got. Okay, looks like I might have to loosen it up at the bottom a little more. I don't think you guys will be able to tell, but it is moving over a little, and that's as far as it's gonna go. But once you get it to where it's tight, you go ahead and you tighten your bolt up at the bottom, and you good to go. You want to keep everything functioning properly. In the past, I would just be so focused on getting the job done. I'll do it tomorrow, but when tomorrow comes, I got to start my day, and I never get it done. And then when I'm out working, my lawnmower is not performing like it should. And it's taking me longer to get the job done because I got to stop and tend to it on the job, which is something that, you don't want to do unless you have to. And I do keep tools on me just in case I can make adjustments, just in case I have to make adjustments along the way, and quick repairs.